Sorry. Hey guys. We are live here. Today is January 13th. I believe it is a Thursday. Sounds about right. Yep, sounds about right. We got a little bit of a slate today. Got 5 NBA games and way too many hockey games. But as per usual now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm going to be joined with Terry Edelman. Nick couldn't figure out his classes, so he doesn't get to be with us on the big hockey days. So, Nick, you're an idiot if you're watching this. Just want to point that one out. But yeah, we're hopefully gonna have hopefully gonna make some money today. Terry, how was last night for you?
Not really the best. I think I finished down 3.3 units or something. I took some shots with power play props, and of course, Boston got 5 goals, and none of them were on the power play. So that kind of hurt. The Stars game was amazing. I went 4 for 5. Nope, Pavelski, and I went 5 for 5 in the Stars game. So I wish I had just hammered that, but it seems like I'm going up 3 units, going down 3 units, going up 3 units. So I'm not losing. I'm not losing a lot. I'm just kind of sticking even. So I'll take it.
Can't complain about that. Live to bet another day. I know for me, real quick, it was a rough night. NBA, I can't believe I'm saying this. The only team that did not lose me money last night was the Orlando Magic, and they pushed, which is weird to say. So to the Dallas Mavericks, the Utah Jazz, and the Chicago Bulls, you can go shove it up your Anyways, just ugly performances from all 3 of the teams that I bet on, minus the Orlando Magic, but couldn't even get a win out of them. So 0-3 there, or 0-3-1. Nick, he actually had a decent day, minus the Montreal Canadiens. He went 2-1-1. He had a winner on Arizona plus a goal and a half, and the over in that Seattle game pushed on that Montreal-Boston game. So 2-1-1 for him. And I think the most frustrating part about last night, me and Nick started up 8-2 in college basketball, and then proceeded to go 1-11 the rest of the night, which is just awful because we were looking good. Real quick, winners in college basketball last night: under in the Memphis game, under in Rhode Island, Fordham +2, over in UGA or Georgia game, under in the LSU game, under in Duke, over in South Florida, over in Longwood, and then over in Southern Illinois, which was fantastic. We had a really good start to the night. And then losers, Samford and Wofford, and then the Elon game, those are the 2 early losers. Tulane, that game didn't go over. Drake game went way over. We had the under. Bradley game went under. We had the over. Utah State went over with 2 seconds to go because of a BS foul and garbage. St. John's was a deadbolt under, and then it went to overtime. Virginia and Virginia Tech, we needed overtime, didn't get overtime. TCU, we needed overtime, didn't get overtime. Arkansas, Mizzou over. Arkansas did their point. I think they scored almost 90 points. Mizzou put up 43, I believe. So that one sucked. Dixie State and Cal Bap went way over the 151, and then Santa Clara and Pacific went way over as well. So overall, good start to the night. And then my plays, all the teams I betted on, decided, you know what, you've won enough games tonight, and proceeded to combine NBA in my last part of the college basketball night, went 1-14. So just love it. It ended up being an 11-17 and 2-day over on the site. Really hope we could turn it around tonight. Luckily, it's a lighter slate for college, for NBA tonight. Only 5 games. We do have, I think, way too many games in college basketball. 31 tonight. So we'll see with that. But yeah, I'm ready to go ahead, read some chat, say hi to everybody, and then we'll jump into some NBA games, and then hockey. Lex Steele says suppness. That makes everything better. Glad to see you here. We get the suppness. AJ's is in the chat. What's up, AJ's? CSN. Hi, awesome people. Hi, Rat. How you doing today? Jarnail. I never pronounce your name because I always feel like I'm going to mispronounce it. Jarnail. If I mispronounce that, put how you pronounce it in the chat. Good morning to you as well. And then Nick saying he went 4-4-1 in NHL. I added plays on the community tab. Good for you, Nick. I'm glad. I'm glad you added plays. Good for you. But quick 5-game slate. I know you have interest, I think, in one of those games. Okay, yeah. I did pronounce that right. Yes. Okay. I know you have interest in one NBA game. Well, that will be I believe the second game of the slate. I'm going to kind of just try to rapid fire through these. And then we'll let you get into your hockey. I will say I did cap a couple hockey games just to try to talk with you a little bit, but we'll see where all that fun jazz gets to. Quickly, I'll jump through these games. The Golden State Warriors are at the Milwaukee Bucks to start it off. Bucks are 1.5-point home favorites now, total of 223.5. This line did open up last night at a 3-point spread. Let me go pull up. I'm not prepared. I'm going to pull up the injury reports because that might be slightly important to know who's playing in these games. So for this one, Drew Holiday is doubtful for this game with an ankle injury. He's on the Milwaukee side. Draymond Green, calf injury. He is also ruled out for this one. Other than that, nothing of significance or players that haven't been playing recently, so at least that's a halfway good thing. I'm on Milwaukee. I have them as slight home favorites. I picked them up this morning at -1.5, or actually I picked them up on the money line. I got it at -114, so I'm happy with that one. Both teams have been kind of struggling lately. Warriors, even though they're 6-4 the last 10, 5-5 against the spread. Ever since losing Draymond, it's kind of been a rough spot where their last 3 out of their last 4 games, they lost to Dallas. They lost to New Orleans. Granted, that New Orleans game, they kind of were missing a bunch of players. And then they lost to Memphis the other night, which I was on Memphis anyway, so that was kind of nice. This is a spot where I think Milwaukee just comes in and gets the job done. Kind of a big MVP matchup tonight with Giannis and Curry. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully both of them have a really crummy night so that John Morant can move up because I have him plus 1,000. But this is a spot where I'm on Milwaukee for this one. So Milwaukee money line for the first game. Now I know Terry has interest in this one, and it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, and they're at the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies are 4.5-point favorites, total of 230 in this game. Where are you looking in this one, Terry? I'll let you go first for this game.
Well, for me, when it comes to NBA, I'm trying to figure out what the word is. I'm not a trends. I guess I am a trends better. I think that would be considered a trends.
I believe what they call it is a degenerate.
Well, I don't know about that, but I follow like right now, Warriors. I was on them a lot to start the season. The Bucks also, I was on them a lot, but right now, neither team are playing well, so I have zero interest in them. Memphis winning 10 in a row. I've been on them at least 6 or 7 of their 10 wins. So they've been a team that's been cashing for me. The Timberwolves also have won 4 of their last 5. But I feel like Memphis is the better team here. Minnesota has been playing well, but this is a big test for them. The Grizzlies kind of came out of nowhere. I don't think they really started the season off like fantastic. I think that they were started off kind of even, and then all of a sudden just took off. So Memphis -4.5 for me. No Memphis first halves ever for me, just because I got burned a few times earlier this year where they don't cover the first half, but then they come roaring back in the fourth and cover the full game. So Memphis -4.5 for me. They're playing so well right now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to fade them at this point. That's why I went in this game too. I'm on Memphis -4.5. They've won 10 straight, covered in 9 out of their last 10, and they've overtaken Cleveland as the #1 team against the spread this year. So they're 28 and 15, and they're covering over 65% of the time, which is absolutely fantastic. I even picked up a ticket on them 35-1 to win the NBA Finals. I think it's just really good value on that one. Memphis, you said they came out of nowhere. I mean, yeah, they made the playoffs. I believe they were an 8 seed last year, and they drew the short straw and had to play the Jazz, which is never easy. And they even managed to take a game off the Jazz, which was fantastic. This team's a lot more mature. I mentioned way too much about them on the Shooting Hoops of me and Lenny last night, because that was one of our big segment was this Memphis Grizzlies team. And I'm just going to keep riding with them. I took them -4.5. This is just a really good spot for Memphis to keep on the streak. And if you guys are looking for maybe props or I know there was a couple of them that I saw. And I know if you guys don't pay attention to Terry real quick, he does a Twitter space at 5 o'clock each day for hockey. And one person was bringing up the player prop and then that team to win. That's another popular thing in the NBA is you'll get like I think we can get like John Morant over a certain amount of points and then a win. Multis.
That's really cool. When you mentioned that yesterday, I was like, wow, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, really cool. Player performance doubles. So I can go and basically the whole point in that is better juice, way better juice. Like I can go and grab John Morant over 25 points and then Memphis to win, and that's a +124 rather than having to grab the Memphis Grizzlies at -4.5, or I believe that would be close to -200. So that's another spot, or John Morant to score 30 plus points, Memphis to win, and Memphis team total over 117.5, and that's +260. And it's just, there's a bunch of them, but the one that I'm more, because that's kind of more getting into the degenerate market. John Morant, his pros are at around 40 or 39.40. If you want to do 39 plus, it's -112. If you want to do 41 plus, that's +112. I think he can get to that tonight because I think that he realizes he's currently 4th for the MVP race. And if he has big performance, he's going to move up. So could maybe look at something like that. I know I've been probably going on about the Memphis Grizzlies way too long, but just another spot where I think you could possibly make some money with John Morant. Well, I talked about that one because the next 2 games I'm not going to be talking much about. Clippers and the Pelicans. Pelicans are 3.5-point favorites, total of 215. Not a game I'm interested in. Quick injury report. No Paul George still. No Luke Kennard. No Hartenstein. No Winslow. So still a beat-up Celtics team. It's Clippers team, sorry. Who is still managing to put together wins. They're currently still, I believe, 8th in the West. So they're still currently up there. So that's kind of impressive to see at this point in the season with the amount of injuries. Imagine when Paul George and maybe even Kawhi come back to see where they take off. On the other side, the Pelicans, I think they're done. 15 and 26 this year. It would be a lean towards the Clippers at plus points, and then maybe a lean towards the under in this game. I don't see enough offense in this game, or I don't see enough value in this game to go ahead and try to jump after these 2 teams. Honestly, I could see it going either way, so I'm not really too interested in that game. So we get to this one, which is the same situation. Oklahoma City Thunder and the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn's a 7-point home favorite, total of 218.5. As crazy as this sounds, Oklahoma City is still the 3rd most profitable team in the NBA this year against the spread. They're 26-14. The only teams ahead of them are the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Memphis Grizzlies. And they're one of the 3 teams with those other 2 that are hitting their spread at over 65% this year. So if you bet Memphis, Cleveland, and Oklahoma City against the spread exclusively this year, you're currently hitting at around 65-70%, which is fantastic. But I'm not interested in this game. Brooklyn's on a second leg of a back-to-back after absolutely blowing the brakes off of Chicago. No Kyrie tonight because they are going to be in New York, and Kyrie refuses to get the vaccine. Therefore, he cannot play in New York. So I'm not interested in this game. It would be a lean towards Oklahoma City, but nothing going in this one. Which will bring us to our last game. This is the 10 o'clock game tonight. The Portland Trailblazers are in Denver taking on the Nuggets. Nuggets are 10-point favorites, and I believe deservingly so. Am I betting that? No, because I don't bet over 10 points in the NBA. Or I don't bet 10-point spreads or higher on a favorite. Why are Denver this big of favorites? A, they're at home. B, no Damian Lillard, no CJ McCollum, no Anthony Simons, no Norman Powell, and no Larry Nance Jr. On the Denver side, Will Barton is probable for tonight. Other than that, besides Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray, this Denver Nuggets team is healthy. So that's good to see. I think Denver wins this game tonight, obviously, because they're 10-point favorites. Am I betting the -10? No. Where I am betting in this game is the over. Why? Everybody's going to see all the players on Portland being out. They're going to see Denver's last game where they went way under the total against the Clippers. This one's going to go over. I have a feeling both teams are going to probably score in the 210s. I think this one can reach the 220s even. Just because these two teams historically are high-scoring teams against each other. So I'm going to grab the over 212 in this game as well. I think this is just a good spot for I think it's more of a contrarian look, but I do think that this game can get over the 212 and a half mark. But that is the complete NBA slate. Tried to rapid fire through that one. So if you guys have any more questions about the NBA, I will gladly go over them. Most likely over and under in the NBA tonight. Most likely under, probably the Clipper game. Most likely over for me. I have the Denver Nuggets game going over. Shut up. I'm kidding. Nick likes the Nets, the Blazers, and the Clippers tonight. Good luck. I'm wondering about overs and unders, not spreads. No, I got you. As I mentioned, I think I read your other comment. I was just going through all the games. Denver game over and Clipper game under would be my 2 over and under. No real feel on the other ones. Maybe a lean towards the over in that Memphis game as well, because Minnesota does not believe in defense either, and Memphis can score. But those are quickly the 5 NBA games. Now we'll actually let Terry have some fun. I did cap a couple of these games. I'm going to try slate regarding to bet 3 games a day, and I do have my 3 plays and they're in the scroller. Nothing to start off, and I'm only going to be talking about those 3 games because that's the ones I focused on and know the most about. So we'll let you start off. Carolina Hurricanes are hosting the Columbus Blue Jackets. Hurricanes are a 255 favorite, total of 6 in this game. Are we rolling with anything in Carolina today?
Yes. I am on Carolina -1.5 and Carolina team total over 3.5. Columbus is not a good team on the road, and they allow a lot of goals on the road. They are dead last in the NHL on the road in goals against at 4.06. Meanwhile, Carolina is first in the NHL in goals against at home, and they're also 4th in goals for. They're also 4th in home power play and 1st in home penalty kill. So this Carolina is a very good defensive team at home, but they can also score. Columbus, on the other hand, is allowing a lot of goals and shots on the road. So this is a pretty nice spot, I think, for the Canes. The odds keep on moving. I really wish I would have bet this last night. Carolina minus 1.5 was plus 105, and now it's minus 115. And because I kind of do all my bets after the show, I still haven't bet it yet, and now it's minus 115. So I would recommend, if you are going to be on the Carolina puck line, to try to get it soon, because it's starting to get to the odds where it might not be the best play for value wise. But I see Carolina winning by 2. They're just playing really well. I haven't really looked at props in that game. That's probably what I'm going to tackle the most. Sebastian Aho to score is minus 115. He leads the team. I believe in goals as well, but leads in assists. And then there's some other props you could look at. But yeah, I think the Canes win this, and I think they score five goals.
There you go. Now I know I'm not a big NHL person and props and stuff. You were mentioning how Columbus allows like a good chunk of shots when they're on the road. I don't have any player props on any of this stuff yet because I don't think it's up yet or it won't come up. Whoever the Columbus goalie is, could you look at a over saves prop for him, just because if Hurricanes are going to shoot a lot at him, maybe he might be saving a lot? That's my thought on it.
I won't, just because of what happened to you the other day. Now, that doesn't happen all the time, obviously. Most of the time it won't happen. But if I have a goalie saves prop and they get injured and are taken out of the game, that's a loss.
Yeah.
What if they let in threes and get pulled? That's a loss. So I know a lot of people do bet it, and it's totally up to the person. But for me personally, that's tough. It's tough because yes, they're going to allow a lot of shots, but if he lets in 3 quick goals, he could get pulled and not even get close to the shots. So people definitely do bet that. And Columbus's backup, I don't think Merzlikins is playing. So Columbus actually might not pull him because they don't want to throw a rookie in. But then that's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I wouldn't talk anybody off it because Columbus does allow 35.8 shots average on the road. Yeah. And Carolina averages 34.5 shots for. So right now, I'll see if that prop is even up.
It might not even be up because I don't see it on my book, but
no, it's kind of the goalies get confirmed later. The goalie has to be confirmed first.
True. It's kind of a similar, because the way I view it, because I used to do DraftKings DFS all the time, and I played a lot of the baseball. And it's kind of similar to if you're with your pitchers, if your team's going up against another team that strikes out a lot, but the other team may hit a bunch of home runs, but they strike out a lot. That was kind of my thought process on that one. Like if you see like a pitcher going up against the Yankees, because I know the Yankees have a lot of big like DH type hitters where they're either home run or bust or strikeout. And if you can get a bunch of strikeouts after a guy, even if the team scores 3 home runs or whatever, you're still getting a good chunk of points on a pitcher that may go 5 innings and may let up 3 runs, but it could strike out 6 or 7 in that time. That's a good enough exchange for certain value or whatever. So that was the kind of whole way I'm viewing it, because I don't know hockey. So that was just my kind of thought process behind it.
Well, no, it makes sense. There's just some, like I said, there's just reasons why it could scare, why you could lose the bet when like the goalie might not even play the full game.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I get a little bit nervous with that. I'd rather try to do that with teams that'll be more even. Like, hey, if you took the goalie saves prop for Vejmelka yesterday,
yes,
you would have been laughing in the second period when you cashed.
Early
in the second period, probably. So I want to talk anybody off it, but
fair enough. We'll keep on rolling because that was just one game out of the 11. How likely would you say the Predators are to win tonight? I'm not talking about that because that they're going against my Buffalo Sabres, and I know I'll be rooting for the Sabres in the chat, and everybody's going to be shit talking me the entire night. So I know that's what's going to happen. But I am rooting for the Sabres tonight.
And we'll get to that game.
Yeah, we'll get to that game. Nick says he has way too much money on the Canes tonight. Need a draw. A draw for that game? Good luck. Vetchmelk is a beast.
I have a draw play for him.
Gotcha.
One draw play.
Well, we'll go on to the next game, which is the Vancouver Canucks and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Lightning are around a 223 favorite in this one, total of 5.5. Where are you looking in this one?
Well, this game is another game I should have bet last night. So Nick, who is obviously in the chat, is listening and is probably... He always says to bet your lines early, and he's right again.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Well, hey, some lines will move against... Like, I thought money was going to come in on Tampa. So that's why I didn't bet it. Vancouver was minus 110 or minus 115 for the plus 1.5, and then the money line was like 2 something. So I thought, hey, people are going to come out here and bet Tampa. But they obviously haven't, and the lines moved in the wrong direction. But it happens. Vancouver's plus 190, Tampa's minus 230. I lean with Vancouver here. I don't think they win, but I'm on the plus 1.5, and I lean with the draw. So AJS, this is a draw lean for me. I haven't pulled the trigger. We'll see if I get there. Tampa Bay is actually 29th in their home power play. So they don't really have a very good home power play, which is surprising for Tampa Bay. And they are also allowing 29.1 shots a game, which is 30th. Vancouver is 4th on the road in shots for. So I could definitely see... Tampa is 30th in shots for. So they're not getting a lot of shots at home. Vancouver is getting more shots. So this might be, if you're talking about goalie saves, this might be one where you look at Tampa. Tampa's goalie saves, depending on what it is. If it was under 35, I would look at it.
So look at Vasilevsky?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depending on when it comes out. Because Vasilevsky's not getting pulled. And yeah, and I don't think Vancouver goes crazy on goals, but I like them. They're plus 1.5. I'm also on Quinn Hughes to get an assist. It's a pretty good price. It's actually, it's minus 125. So is it minus 25?
I don't know. I don't have them up.
That's what I put down, but that's what the plus 1.5 is. It's minus 110 for Quinn Hughes to get an assist. I thought so.
There you go.
That was an error by me. He is their best defenseman, and he leads the team in assists. So in our group chat, that sports guy mentioned, I mentioned how I like both Hughes brothers to get an assist tonight, and he said parlay it. So I'm going to put a little sprinkle there on the, because it's minus 110 for Quinn Hughes to get an assist and plus 120 for Jack Hughes to get an assist. So the odds for that and a 2-gamer will be pretty nice. So
yeah,
I recommend that. And yeah, I think Vancouver keeps the game close, and we'll see if they can get the win.
There you go. Markel in the chat saying Sharks under, Flames money line, Blackhawks money line. I'm hoping you're parlaying this because I know that the Flames money line is in the 270s and the Blackhawks money line is in the 217 range. So that's a lot of juice. Obviously, some people can bet that much juice. I personally don't. The line has gone from 6 to 5.5. Don't know totals did that anymore.
Yeah, because games have been going over like crazy. So, and everyone has been saying bet your lines the night before because the lines are going to move. towards the over, and this is one instance where they haven't. So
in that case, just reading off of line movements, I want the under. Because everybody's
under is plus 100.
You're gonna see that go from 6 to 5.5. Everybody's gonna go, ooh, a 5.5, and they're gonna bet it over. Just a thought.
Totals
if you're
aren't
looking
my
at line
thing.
value. Yeah.
I don't really enjoy totals that much. I'd prefer team totals because I can kind of bet on a team to score rather than both teams.
True.
I could see both goalies standing on their head and this being like a 1-1 game. So
there you go.
Yeah.
That's fun. And then Big Facts is in the chat saying, Leafs killed me last night. I know Nick had Coyotes plus a 1.5, and you've watched Nick put up a Twitter clip or whatever from him in Game Time Decision yesterday saying that he was on Arizona. He could see them winning the game straight up. And out of the three of them, Nick mentioned, like, out of the three teams last night that are the plus monies and stuff, the Coyotes have the best chance at upsetting, and that's exactly what happened. So if you haven't checked out our TikTok, or if you haven't checked out Game Time Decision, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Picks and Parleys, Monday through Friday, for injury reports on NBA and on NHL. Nick also gives those bold takes there. So just figure I'd throw that one out there. Hit on the Villanova under. There you go. It's a 3-team parlay. There you go. That's fine. That would be all right. That would be all right. Here's one of my plays. We get to the Philadelphia Flyers, almost called them the 76ers. They're taking on the Boston Bruins. Bruins are on a 260 favorite in this one, total of 6. Terry, where are you looking in this game?
This one's tough. Tuukka Rask is making his season debut. It was actually funny in the Boston game last night. Yeah, last night. The fans were cheering, "We want Tuukka." And meanwhile, their goaltender only allowed 1 goal on like 20 some odd shots.
Yeah.
And I know they weren't saying, "Oh, we don't want Allmark." Like, it wasn't anything against Allmark. It was more they're so excited for Tuukka to be back. But come on, you can't do that. Like,
that's
maybe we love
funny.
Tuukka, or like welcome back Tuukka or something like that, but not we want him, because that just makes it seem like a big FU to Allmark.
No. If I could put him into a little bit of a different stance, it's like when a game's in a blowout in basketball, and you really want to see that white guy off the end of the bench come in because he's always the fan favorite and shoots up threes and plays good. Because there's always, like, in Denver this year, Bull, the big tall guy, or like Taco Fall for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Whenever there's a blowout, the guy's like 7 foot tall and he's like a fan favorite, and everybody wants to see him come in. I think that's what they're trying to go for. Not really that they wanted the other guy out, but I think at that point, weren't the Bruins up big?
5-1,
yeah, exactly. That the game was already over. They wanted to see the one guy come in the blowout run and see the bench squad, per se, as if you were looking at like the like college basketball. Whenever you see like Gonzaga up 40 points with 3 minutes to go, they'll pull all their starters and throw their bench squad in there. It's a whole bunch of white boys and one black dude, and it's just it's just a lot of fun for the crowd to watch, because it's like the players that you never get to see play. That was my kind of thoughts on it.
Though, is that he's starting tonight. Like,
he is starting, yes, but
I can see that. I don't know. If I was Allmark in that situation, I'd be like, wow, really? Like,
no. I think I would understand. I think it's a special situation because Tuukka Rask is coming back, and it's his first game dressing up this year, and the crowd's excited to see their starting goalie. That I'm not sure, did he bring him to like a Stanley Cup or something, or
they did win a cup with him,
yeah, exactly. When your big star player comes back, no, you don't want to see him. I understand that, though. I understand. And at that point, when you know you're the backup goalie and you see that the starter is back for the first time this year, I would kind of be it would kind of be weird if I didn't hear them chanting for that one guy because hey, they're excited to see him. But that's beyond the point. You can keep going.
Yeah, so he's making his first start of the season. He hasn't really trended to do very well in the beginning of the season. Obviously, it isn't the beginning of the season, but it is for him. So for me, I'm a little worried about how he may come out in this game. But Boston's playing so well right now. So in the 4 games last year in Boston, Boston went 3-0-1. So they won 3 and then 1 overtime loss. 2 games went to a shootout. 2 games went to overtime. So they were playing pretty close last year. This one's tough for me. No official picks as of yet. I just don't know what to expect from Tuukka Rask. I may look at some Boston props because Carter Hart isn't really the best on the road. So I lean Boston, but not sure exactly how to bet it.
That's fair. That's fair. This is the I'm trying to make an effort now to obviously, as long as there's enough games, to try to bet 3 hockey games a day. And this is one of the ones that jumped off the page to me for whatever reason. I want the Flyers plus a goal and a half. That's minus 110, I believe. Yeah, you mentioned Tuukka Rask coming back. It's his first start of the year. It's kind of like fading the big guy when he comes back. But it's the starting goalie. So, I mean, that kind of works the same with all the other guys that we've seen come back and their team lose. And I think the Flyers can keep it. And obviously, keep in mind, Boston's on a second leg of a back-to-back. Granted, they played against Montreal last night, and it wasn't a close game. So I don't really know. I mean, the players still play the entire game. It's not like in the NBA where if it's a blowout, some players don't have to play the fourth quarter. The hockey players play the entire game, so I don't really think the blowout really does much. They still played a back-to-back last night. I think the Flyers can keep this one close enough to cash the plus 1.5. So that's going to be one of my 3 hockey plays for today from the new residential hockey expert on ESP.
What I was going to say earlier is watch you go 3-0 tonight, and then you can call yourself ESP residential NHL expert.
Bring it, Nick. Bring it. Back to the chat for a minute. Sabres didn't you want Ullmark?
That is, yeah, well, no Sabres goalie was doing well, so.
Sure. This game is Flyers or pass for me, and I fade the Flyers at every time I get him. Mike Lennon.
Mike Lennon, there he is.
That's it, Mike Lennon. Reddick's to Knicks for Knox in first round. That's a weird one. Okay. Any NBA picks? Yes, they're scrolling across the bottom. Tonight I have Milwaukee, I have Memphis, and I have the over in the Denver game. Flyers first period, maybe. How about them Cavs last night? I was on the Jazz. So yeah, I read that game completely wrong, and you guys know how much I love betting on the Cavs this year. Sabres would for sure like Ullmark now. That's not really saying much. All right, let's talk about Knicks Islanders. Islanders finally get a game for the first time I believe in 6 years. They're minus 193 favorites versus the Devils today. We looking at anything in this one, Terry?
Yes. Islanders haven't played in 12 days, so since the first of the year. New Jersey, on the other hand, has played 6 games since the Christmas break and have been in high-scoring games. However, Devils have a lot of injuries, including 4 of their goalies. So they are down to the bare minimum goaltending. John Gillies, who's starting today for the Devils, he played pretty well in St. Louis, and they traded for him. So it's not really a 5th string goaltender. Like he's more of a 3rd string, maybe a backup. But they're their backup, he's a fifth string goaltender that I've never heard of, but I like his last name, Middens. So I could see the announcer having fun with that. Save by Middens, and I could see that being pretty cool. But he's not starting tonight. Obviously, it is Gillies. So for me, like I said earlier, Hughes to get an assist is plus 120. He's going to be getting top line minutes with all the injuries they have. And the Islanders haven't played in a while. So I feel like New Jersey will get some goals. Islanders will probably get some goals. One thing that's kind of scaring me, Devils have the second worst power play on the road at 6.8%. Islanders, surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, sorry, have the 31st in goals for at home. So they're only scoring 2.17 goals at home. And they have the worst shots for in the league at home. So Islanders like to play in under games. New Jersey's going over right now. So for me, the only thing I can see in this game is Hughes to get an assist at plus 120.
There you go. We have a Devils jersey here. Should I go and get some pads and I can be their third string? At this point, I think that might be an option. I'll be the Zamboni driver that came in for the Hurricanes that one time. Let's do this. No, Nick's on the aisle is over 5.5. He really likes that one. Let's keep rolling. We got 7 games left. We get the Winnipeg Jets. They're heading to Detroit to take on the Red Wings. Jets are 131 favorites, total of 5.5. Where are you looking at this one?
Draw. This is my draw play of the day. Winnipeg has been going over since the coaching change. They've been scoring more. Detroit, on the other hand, has been losing lately. They haven't been doing too well. But they have played good teams at home. Their last couple of games at home, and then they played road games, and they're bad on the road. Winnipeg has the worst road penalty kill in the league at 71.7%. So when I saw that, I thought, okay, here we go. Power play props for Detroit.
Oh boy!
But Detroit's 30th in home power play at 12%. So they offset each other, and I'm trying to stay away from the power play points. If I do them, I'm going to do like one power play point, but or prop. But 32nd versus 30th, it kind of offsets themselves. I see a close game here, 2-2, 3-3 overtime. So I'm going to go with the draw here, plus 325.
There you go. Would you bet an octopus on it?
What?
You didn't hear? I think in overtime the last Red Wings game, somebody threw an octopus onto the ice.
No, I didn't hear that.
I remember hearing I think it was the Jets and not Jets, but whoever they're facing, Sharks announcer. The Sharks ended up scoring the goal like a couple seconds after somebody threw an octopus on the ice, and the announcer's like, "Not even an octopus can stop the Sharks tonight," or whatever it was. And so I found that kind of surprising. I guess that's the tradition in Detroit where they throw an octopus onto the ice. So
Florida used to throw rats, I believe.
Rats? Oh, fun.
And they had a plastic there. There was a game where they threw a whole bunch of plastic rats on the ice. But yeah, there is some arenas, some teams that actually threw like animals. Like I think it was dead octopus that they threw on the ice, and that's just weird. I don't know.
Hey, I mean, I'm not going to argue with the fun traditions, but I just figured I'd throw that one out there just to have a little bit of fun. We'll go on to the next game, which the next 2 games will have my last 2 hockey plays in them. Seattle Kraken, St. Louis Blues. Blues are around a minus, say, 200 favorite in this game, total of 6. Where are you looking in this one?
The Blues. I don't have my stats done for the rest of the games. unfortunately, yet. But so I can't give you the numbers. But Seattle's bad on the road. Their goaltending is bad. St. Louis, on the other hand, has been winning and has been scoring. So I like their puck line, which is plus 115. Yeah, plus 115. And the team total over 3.5 at minus 120. I don't think it's that much to ask for the Blues to score 4 goals at home versus Seattle, and I could see that. I would even possibly sprinkle some on the over 4.5 if somebody wanted to get the nice odds there. But I'll also be on some props. Jordan Kyrou, he's amazing right now for the Blues. So any Kyrou props, I would suggest.
There you go. Yeah, this is one of the plays that I got to. I got to the Blues. I grabbed them on the puck line because I'm not laying minus 200. Seattle is coming off of a loss last night in Dallas. Now they're heading to St. Louis. Seattle is looking like the expansion team that they should be. 10-21-4. They're horrible against the puck line. They're 14-21 against the puck line this year. They've won 1 game out of their last 10. Blues have been looking really good lately. 2-7-1 or 7-2-1 in their last 10, looking really strong. They're a good home team. I just rolled with the Blues in this one. This is another game that jumped out to me. That's one of the plays I went with was the St. Louis Blues on the puck line. Keep in mind, I'm not the NHL expert. Just want to point that one out there. I am not the NHL expert. There we go. Lex Steele is on the Kraken puck line in the first period. So, I mean, that can end in a tie and you're good. And then Nick likes the Blues in regulation. That's fair. And here's where I like my second game. And no, it is not the Sabres money line. Buffalo Sabres are in Nashville. Nashville is a around 3.15 favorite in this game, total of 6. Tell me how bad my Sabres are.
Wow, the Sabres are pretty bad. They have lost 4 of their last 6. They're 0-4-2. Dumpster fire. Buffalo started the season off well. I think they were like 4-1-1 or 6-1-1. They always do that. They start the season off well and get their fans' hopes up before, as Nick was saying, before they lose 12 or 13 games in a row. So Nashville, 12-1-1 in their last 13. They've been playing amazing hockey. 11-5-0 at home. Third in goals against at home. They're playing really well. Buffalo, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen got hurt. He's week to week. Malcolm Subban is month to month. Oof. So Buffalo is going to Arundel. And Arundel
is a beast.
Not a very good. No. He's not a very good goalie. He's going to let in goals. How many? I don't know, but I have Nashville team total over 4.5 plus 175. Nashville's playing so well right now, and now you're going to give them Arundel in Nashville too. I'm also on Nashville minus 1.5 at minus 135, which is not very good odds for a puck line. But hey, it's Nashville, it's Buffalo. Buffalo is going to get smashed tonight. Sorry there, Tim, but.
Oh yeah, no need to apologize. I know I like pain. I chose the Buffalo Sabres. I'm a Mets fan and I'm a Jets fan. I understand. This will be where my third play comes in, and I'm on the over. Predators could probably do it by themselves. I already know. I will be rooting for my Sabres. I don't care that Nick put up the Predators puck line up on the site. I will be rooting for my Sabres and celebrating if they can even score 1 goal tonight. But I'm on the over in this game. I think the Predators probably get 5 to 6 by themselves, and we get maybe 1 or 2 from the Sabres in third period when it really doesn't matter, and they're already down 5-0, similar to kind of like last game against the Lightning, something similar to that. I think we get an over in this game now. Over the 6 is my last play on this NHL card. Nick in the chat saying Predators -1.5, team total over and over 6.5. Preds by murder. Nick saying 7-1 Preds.
What team total did you take, Nick? Because I know you said before that you don't take over 4.5s.
I think he would make an exception because he gets to fade Buffalo.
Well, if he thinks it's going to be 7-1 Preds, then 4.5 isn't.
No, it's not terrible.
That, especially a +175. That's why I'm betting it. It's +175, and that's really nice odds. Teams in the NHL score 5 goals all the time. Well, not all the time, obviously, but they score 5 goals a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, he got team total over 3.5 at -145. Yeah, see, it was like -150 or -155 or something for me, and I'm like, that's not worth it. I'll just take the over 4.5 and get the nice plus money.
Oh, we can get the draw at +435.
No, Tim. Also, I forgot to mention Tanner Jeannot to score. I'm taking that at +2 something. I don't have it written down right here. It is in the scroller there. Jeannot anytime goal at +250. He is leading the team in rookie points. He's 4th in the league in rookie points. He's scoring right now for the Preds. So +250, that's really high odds for someone who's scoring. So
there you go.
I'll take it.
Hey, look who the best bet of the day is the over. Fair enough. Look who's in the chat. Terrenzy. Hi, Terrenzy. Anyways, I know I think this is going to be your favorite matchup of the day up next. We get the Montreal Canadiens heading into Chicago to play the Blackhawks. Blackhawks are on a 200 favorite. I know you're slamming that Blackhawks money line. Let's hear it.
Hit the video, Tim.
Oh, yes. Hold on.
That's all I have to say. Put the video.
Oh.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's I think that's all that really needs to be said. Montreal is absolute garbage. Chicago, absolute garbage. Only thing I might look at is DeBrincat to score. DeBrincat anytime goal. Just because he's been playing really well and scoring. It's +110 for him to score. So that's the only thing I would recommend in this game. But yeah, 1-800-GAMBLER. If this is your main play of the night, then 1-800-GAMBLER.
Fair enough. That's all the time we can give to them. Red Hawks money line tonight. Fair enough. 1-800-GAMBLER. Terry's 2 favorite teams. Nick's looking at the over, and Terrency likes the over. So
I'm on the draw on the Red Wings game, Terrency. The Wings they've lost 4 of their last 5, I believe.
But they're at home now.
They are, but they lost 2 out of their last 3 home games as well.
All right, fair enough.
They beat the Sharks, but they lost to Washington and another team. But they have a chance. I like the draw, so I think it'll be a close game, and they get the win in overtime, and Ternsey will be happy.
There you go. We got 3 games left. Try to get through those. Ottawa Senators and the Calgary Flames. Calgary is a sizable 260 favorite. Total is 6 in this game. Where are you rolling in this one?
Unfortunately, I hate to do this because I like to try to give out as many picks as I can when I'm on, but some of these games, including this one, is a pass for me.
You don't need to bet everything.
Yeah, I could see Ottawa winning. I could see Flames winning. I could see 2-1. I could see 6-5. There's just anything could happen in this game, in my opinion, so I'm just not going to touch it. Maybe I look at some player props. I know Ottawa's +230, Calgary -280 on the money line. So because Ottawa is such big underdogs, their assist props are going to be nice plus money ones.
There you go.
So I may be looking at some of those, but pass right now.
That's fair. We do have 2 teams off playoffs over 6 with Calgary. That's fine.
I can see that. Calgary's goaltending just can be really good, though. So that's the only thing that would scare me off that. But yeah, they haven't played in a while, so I could definitely see like a 6-5 game or like a 2-1 game. So
is it Markstrom in net?
I don't. Nothing's confirmed yet.
Okay, fair enough. Because if Markstrom is in net, I was talking to Nick about this. I'm like, maybe an under. Because maybe the Flames might score 3 or 4, but the Senators? That's the big question. But I personally didn't get to. I didn't bet this game.
Yeah, no confirmed goalie yet.
Fair enough. We'll go ahead and keep rolling. We got 2 games left. Get the Pittsburgh Penguins and the LA Kings in the next game. Penguins minus 145 favorites, total of 5.5 in this game. We're looking at this one.
This one's another tough one. I'd lean to the under 5.5 plus 100. However, taking unders right now, it's pretty difficult.
Yes.
I can see the draw in this game. Really, the last back half of the card tonight, I just don't really have too much opinions on. So more at the beginning of the card for me. Pittsburgh is minus 140. That's it's not bad odds, but I prefer to take odds a little bit better than that. But
yeah,
I don't know. I see Pittsburgh probably winning this game. I could see a low scoring game. Jari, if he's confirmed, has been playing just amazing. So
there you go.
Yeah.
That's fine. Hey, we don't have to bet every game. But we do have one more left. The Rangers are in San Jose taking on the Sharks. Rangers a slight 118, 120 favorite, total of 5.5. Anything for the last game of the night?
I have nothing listed, but Rangers, I need goaltending. So for these last few games, I need to know goaltenders too before I can pull the trigger. Shesterkin is projected. I don't know if he's off the COVID list or what. So it's tough. Merzlikins is starting for Columbus. So that is not really what Nick wants to hear. Sorry, Nick. But yeah, I just saw that Merzlikins is starting for Columbus. So that might scare me off a little bit of my Canes bets here. So we'll have to see what happens with the odds, but I might just do a lower amount on them. In this game, back to this game, sorry. Rangers minus 120. I lean with the Rangers. They have been struggling as of late. I believe they've lost 2 out of their last 3. But I like this Rangers team. If Shesterkin is in net, then I'll pull the trigger on Rangers. But if not, I'll probably pass.
That's fair. Back to the chat for the last time, or for last time before we do all of our housekeeping. Senators team total over 2.5 is plus 120.
Hey, if you like the over, I just don't know what to expect from the Senators team. Sometimes they're really good, and sometimes they're really bad. I can see them scoring 3 goals, though.
All right. And then Zibanejad has been good.
Yeah. He's the Rangers' top center.
Yeah.
He's been playing well, too.
Fair enough. But we've made it through the entire slate in under an hour. We did it, Terry, even though it's at 59:52 right now. But we made it under an hour through the slate. Now we got housekeeping to go over. But yeah, and then we got recap. But before we go into that, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays. merch, the Earle Sports Bets website, and our TikTok, all linked down below. Check out Terry on Twitter at Let's Go Wild Picks. He does his own space every day at 5 o'clock p.m. going over the hockey slate. So go ahead, check him out. Obviously, I jump in there and hang out in there for a little bit. So if you guys are following me, you'll be able to find space through that on the top of your Twitter page. So check him out on Twitter and hang out during that as well. Speaking of picks and parlays, Craig did his show earlier. We're live now. I believe Higgs is also live now. I'm going to go grab his link and throw it in the chat so you guys can go hang out with him after we're done here, because I know I will if he's live. He tried to stream an hour ago and nothing happened. All right, so I guess he's not live right now. Fantastic. But normally he's live. He might be live soon. Allie will be live at 1:30, so stay tuned for that as well. With Morning Wood, 6 o'clock for game time decision, and there's always some type of free pick videos going on, and almost adulting tonight at 9 o'clock, I believe, 9 or 9:30, something in that range. I believe it's going to be Allie, Lenny, and Lex. I believe it's Lex. I could be wrong. I don't really stay in the loop or really do that, but could be Lex for almost adulting tonight. So check all that stuff out. Picks and parlays, Earle Sports Bets, and winning free picks. Thanks for the spreadsheets, Terry. There you go. He's also doing, Terry does good work with hockey, so make sure you guys check him out. Small slate in the NBA, and I have 3 plays for the NBA, 3 plays from the NHL. NBA, Milwaukee Bucks money line, Memphis minus 4.5, and the Denver Nuggets Portland Trailblazers game to go over 212. And then for hockey, trying to throw a little darts out there. Philadelphia plus a goal and a half. Buffalo game to go over 6, and the St. Louis Blues minus 1.5. Nick has a laundry list of plays if you want to read them off the bottom. I'm not going to, so you guys enjoy that. Terry, what do you have for today?
Memphis minus 4.5. Carolina minus 1.5. Carolina team total over 3.5. Vancouver plus 1.5. Quinn Hughes to get an assist. Jack Hughes to get an assist. Winnipeg, Detroit draw. Nashville minus 1.5. Nashville team total over 4.5. Tanner Jeannot anytime goal. St. Louis minus 1.5. And St. Louis team total over 3.5. What amounts I put on the bets, I'm not sure yet. That's why I check out my spreadsheet. I also do previews for every game with the stats that I list off. They're listed there, and I'll be determining my unit size after the show. Hearing that Merzlikins is in net, my Carolina bets will be a bit smaller than they were going to be. But good luck to everybody tonight. As Tim said, I do spaces on Twitter every day at 5, so it's just people come in and listen, and we have some cappers on there and talk the game. So
yeah, there you go. But that is pretty much it for today. We want to thank you guys all for watching, hanging out, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys leave a like, because if you don't leave a like, you'll end up having a second half to your night like my second half from last night, where you guys are going to lose every single play. So if you got to hit that like button for good luck. If you don't, trust me, it doesn't work. I forgot to hit the like button yesterday. Look what happened. So, I hit it already today. You guys better hit it too. Good luck to everybody, whether or not it's in the NBA, NHL, Russian table tennis, cricket, whatever you guys are betting today. Good luck, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys.